Well, hello. I can't welcome you to our vicarage in sunshine today because today it feels more like autumn or winter. It's as if the weather is as topsy-turvy as the rest of the world. But here we are again. I wonder if you, like me, sometimes feel that we're living in a strange dream, but one we don't wake up from. Looking out of my window, the world looks like normal, but it isn't in so many ways. This week has seen many schools reopen, with children kept in their small groups or bubbles to keep them safe. Been a huge task for our schools. And finally, we've been able to meet friends and family outdoors, just as the weather has turned really cold. Sitting outdoors yesterday with two friends, we were huddled under a gazebo, hugging a hot cup of tea for warmth. Spaced out, appropriately, of course. But it reminded me very much of our camping days. We had 5 young children and every year was a camping holiday. And every year but one, it rained nearly all of the time. Trying to cook for 7 of us on a 2-ring gas burner twice each day, often holding a brolly over my head, was a real test of my patience. And somehow we always had other people joining us for food as well. Cooking a hot meal for us all could take hours, as the children ate it as fast as I could cook it. And one morning, it was so wet Andrew had to dig a moat around the tent to stop us totally flooding before breakfast. But funnily enough, despite the trials, the rain, the gales, massive thunderstorms, children getting stuck up trees, horses unzipping our tent and eating our food, and other various calamities, we all look back with fond memories, because we coped together and found ways to keep amused, playing games in the rain and laughing a lot despite of it all. And I hope that as we leave these strange times of the coronavirus, we might look back one day at what has been good. I think many of us are re-evaluating our lives and seeing what we'll do differently in the future. We have slightly more time to think about what's really important and how we might help to make our world a better place in the future. This week has brought racial discrimination into the spotlight after those terrible events in America, the murder of George Floyd. This is something that really needs to change. I have never been able to understand how anyone can be judged and then discriminated against just because of the colour of their skin. To me, it makes no sense at all. But I'm aware too that as a white British person, albeit coming from quite a poor family, I am privileged and don't suffer this discrimination as many people do. This is so far from the world as God created it. God created all human beings as equals, and we are meant to love one another. St. John reminds us in one of his letters about this. He says, "We love because God first loved us." And then he goes on to say, "Whoever does not love their brother and sister whom they have seen cannot love God, whom they have not seen." Each one of us, whatever colour our skin is, whatever size or shape we are, whatever background we come from, we are all made in God's image. We are all equal and all loved by God. And we are all called to love all people because we are equally loved by God. We can weep with those who weep, but we can also stand up for all who suffer from discrimination of any kind, because that's exactly what Jesus did. And of course, we can all pray that in this strange year of 2020, the world can become a kinder place for everyone. Meanwhile, remember too that however you are feeling today, you have been created by God in love. You are beautifully and wonderfully made, and you are loved by Him, and His love for you will never ever fail. So may God bless you this day and keep you and all those you love safe and well. Amen.